transporter out here with the airplanes and everything. But yes, this is going to be a reading for Leo. All right, everybody. So it is a general reading, and I pulled all your cards ahead of you. They're on a little table off to the side. I'll still be posting a picture at the end, okay, with all just one picture of all the cards, including your oracle cards that we go over at the very end. But real quick before we get into it, Leo, okay, fire sign Leo the lion. Yes, we're gonna go over real quickly some key points here, like astrology notes that's general for everybody, okay, during this time, okay. And before we get into it, this is a general reading for you, Leo, okay, from July 1st through July 16th, okay. All the readings that I do are timeless, so it can resonate, let's say for instance, 6 months in the past, 6 months in the future, 3 months, 5 days, 2 weeks, 1 day, whatever it is, okay? So it could resonate for you as well, even if you're not a sun, rising, moon, or Venus Leo, as we all have all 12 signs throughout our birth chart. So I always encourage everybody to, if you haven't already, you can get a pretty basic free birth chart online, like even if you don't know your birth time exactly, okay? So I always encourage that. All right, so let's get into your astrology notes here real quick. All right, so on July 1st, we have the last quarter moon, okay? And then on July 3rd, we have Jupiter quintiles Uranus. So Uranus rules Aquarius energy, so it's like about that rebellious energy of Aquarius, okay? But also technology, innovation, okay? So if you remember too, when we went back to the readings from last time, okay, Jupiter is officially in retrograde starting from June 20th. I'm filming this on the 25th, okay, but when we're talking about Jupiter in retrograde quintiling Uranus, okay, it could be that, excuse me, normally when Jupiter is big in expansion and it's going forward, it could be that those themes of rebellion, innovation, and technology, right, would be even bigger, but it could be something smaller at this time. With those themes could maybe not run as smoothly. It also could be there was something happening at the same time from, let's say, the last time we were having the same aspect, okay, so it could have been from 6 months ago, a year ago, okay, so it could just be a small note to, you know, look into, all right, what else was I going to say? Oh yes, actually I did write down the dates here for you. I did something right this time. So the last time Jupiter was quintiling Uranus, okay, it says May 18th of 2020 last year through September 5th. So there could be some similar themes or some combination of things coming up together that started last year around that time to then going into this year at this time, okay? And then moving forward, hold on one second, guys. One of my tarot cards blew away. Hold on. Sorry about that, guys. All right. And then, okay, moving forward with all of that, right? Then on the next key astrology note for everybody, right, it's general right here, is July 9th. There's going to be a new moon in Cancer, right, since we're officially already in Cancer season, okay? And then on July 11th, Mercury enters Cancer. Mercury officially, left Gemini season, okay, and is now into, since it's went from also retrograde to forward momentum, the forward direct motion of Mercury on June 22nd, now it's going to enter into the Cancer on July 9th, okay, so that could be a nice break for some people, especially since we had the Mercury retrograde during Gemini season, okay, so, airplane, sorry, moving forward, all right, so hopefully you guys can still hear me and everything once the airplane is going over here. Hi, puppy. Hi. Hi, cutie. Hi. It's all good. I have dogs. It's okay. So yeah, so then the next node we were talking about here is on July 14th, right, is the Pallas Athena. It's an asteroid, it's not a planet, right, but it's going through retrograde, okay, and the last time this was happening for us also was of last year, May 18th through September 5th, 2020, okay. So the Athena Pallas asteroid is, it actually guards the part, there's a famous statue in Athens, I believe, Athena's statue, okay, that welcomes you into a key point in the city. I don't remember exactly where, right? But anyway, Athena Pallas asteroid, right, represents talents in the arts, wisdom, defense, intuition, justice, artisan themes, okay? So it could say when this is coming up again that this has something to do with, let's say in the past you made actions without making like an organized plan ahead of time, right? So because you did that, now it's asking you to go over those themes again and saying you really need to use your intellect in making decisions and then acting upon them, okay? So then going forward, the last note here before we get into your reading, okay, Leo, is on July 15th, okay, Chiron is going into retrograde, okay, so Chiron is the wounded healer, okay. Also shout out on a separate note, I do have an Athena and Chiron candle in my website, okay, so if you want to check it out, I have different Greek gods and goddesses there, but yeah, so the last time this happened last year was July 11th, 2020 through December 13th, 2020, okay, and so this is can bring up, like, okay, so when Chiron is going forward motion, it's all about healing wounds, revisiting past wounds that didn't heal right, infections, right, a metaphor of an infection of a spiritual emotional wound, okay. So when it's going into retrograde, it's possibly harking back to that time last year between July 11th and December 13th where there was something that wasn't healed right or needs to be revisited or culminating all together again finally during this point, okay. So yeah, just a couple key things to think about during this time. So Leo, your first card here in the reading, and when you take a look at the picture later of all the cards spread out, you'll see that there's two rows. So the first row, no problem, the first row is energy starting around July 1st, okay, and it can be a little bit before, a little bit after, okay, going through that first week and weekend of July. And in the second row is the second week and weekend of July. It's pretty straightforward, okay. And then after we go through the first main 6 cards here, Leo, we get into your confirmation cards, and then we also at different times, depending on each reading, I will talk about real quickly what's on the top and the bottom of each deck. I'm only using 2 decks here, okay. And then at the very end, after all that, we'll do quick oracle cards, all right? So I'm also doing this reading standing up, which is fun. I don't think I've done a reading standing up before, but, you know, it's nice to be in the nature, but I'm going to test this out. Obviously, this is not a live. I'm pre-recording this for the sound and stuff. So, you know, that's why I do have my business on the side, right? For candle readings, for candle magic. I do private tarot readings, all to help fund this channel. So anytime somebody wants to make a donation to, I always have the PayPal thing, you know, in the description box. And any of that money not only, you know, helps me to have the time to do this, but it also helps me get better sound equipment in the future, okay? So anyway, going forward, right? Your first card here, Leo, is the 8 of Sacred Circles in the reverse position. I'm going to attempt to just hold it up kind of where I am, but again, if you want to see the photo, you can check that out. It's in the description box below, all the instructions to how to get there, okay? But in this deck, right, this is the Ancestral Path Tarot deck. It deals with all different types of cultures, okay? So it has Japanese, different African ones, Egyptian is African. What else do we have? We have Celtic, we have Native American, and yeah, there's just a couple of, I think all the ones, anyway. Can't remember exactly here, but well, there's the airplane, it's okay, Leo. So anyway, back to your first card. card. This is the Eight of Sacred Circles, which is the same thing in other decks as the Eight of Pentacles in reverse. Okay, this can talk about, and again, Leo, anytime I do the readings, if it's not you, okay, you may not identify with every story, that's totally fine. It could be the person or people you're dealing with, an organization, or your general environment or situation surroundings, okay? But this is an energy of something going on where somebody could be not wanting to learn a skill or hone their craft or develop their craft in some way, okay? It also could just be something to do with evaluations not being where they should. It could be evaluations of yourself or evaluations of other people or other people evaluating you, right? But you really see that here when the card is right side up. You see this Native American woman, and she's learning how to make drums, right? Okay, so she's starting to learn that craft, okay? And she's open to learning. But since it's in reverse for you, Leo, is talking about not being open to learning something new, or not wanting to hone your craft or work on some type of craft, okay, that you do, or just feeling out of your element in some way. Also, again, the evaluation could be of yourself, not right. Like, am I working hard enough? Am I overworking, right? Or if someone else is evaluating you, they could be evaluating you not true to how you actually feel, okay? But this is just the beginning, the first card. There are some really good cards, coming up, so I would always say to stay tuned and see how things go, because there's always going to be kind of like an ebb and flow of these kind of things. All right. So going forward here, Leo, your second card, okay, is the Ten of Swords upright, okay? So in this card, you see this kind of like Japanese kind of samurai guy, and all the swords are going downwards. So this talks about some type of anxiety, overthinking, worry, depression, staying up late at night, okay? And on the bottom of the card, too, if you see it more close up, there's a person laying down, okay? And the swords are going down into that person, okay? So there could be whatever's going on with you at the beginning of July, right, where you are not evaluating yourself correctly, or someone else isn't evaluating yourself correctly, or you're not wanting to work on yourself to hone a craft or skill. This is bringing up that worry here, okay, when you put these two cards together, right, the Eight of Pentacles or Eight of Sacred Circles in reverse, and the Ten of Swords upright, all right? But like I said, if you just hold on a second here and see what else is coming up for you, there are some really good cards. Now, real quick, before we get to your third card, I do want to talk about what was on the top and the bottom of one of your decks. Hold on, there's an airplane. When we talk about what's on the top and the bottom of your deck, this is energy from the recent past that could still be lingering around. It's also why certain cards have shown up, okay? So it's really interesting. You have two repeating cards throughout your whole reading here. And the first one is, okay, you have the same card as your second card in the past. You have the Ten of Swords upright, okay? So anyway, what was on the top of your Llewellyn deck? This is the confirmation cards I use with the yellow border. You have Six of Wands upright, and what was on the bottom is Ten of Swords, okay, upright. All right, so again, you can probably see it more clearly when you look at the photo. You can always look at the photo while you're watching this reading, have it off to the side if you want. It's just there to mark the reading, and it's there for people, if they're a visual learner like me, they can refer to it, and you don't have to look at it, of course, but it will be there. So anyway, this is basically saying here, Leo, when we go back to your second card, it's really interesting to see both of these Two of Swords energies, right? And even showing how the artist depicts it in different ways, okay? The same energy, the same card, okay, in different ways here. This is really talking about there is either a memory or a repeating pattern of some kind of anxiety, overthinking, worry, depression, low vibrational energy, staying up late at night, okay? That is something from the past, okay, repeating again, or something triggers you to a memory of that past, of how maybe you dealt with problems in the past, something like that. It will resonate for you guys in different ways, right? Because it is a general reading, okay? But going forward here, I also want to talk about that in the recent past with the Six of Wands upright next to the Ten of Swords upright, you possibly had a lot of support around you. You can see the tail end of the other horse that's in front of him. You see all the other wands behind him, right? So that shows a lot of support around you. It also has this forward momentum, positive energy, moving forward, and also possibly the reason to celebrate something or a celebratory energy here. So even though that was going on and there could have been support around you and reasons to celebrate and good things happening for momentum, there was still something that was bothering you in your mental. Anytime you see the swords in the reverse, that means you're too much stuck in your head. You're too much in your mental capacity, like too stuck up in your head, okay? So what you want, obviously, is your mind, body, and spirit connection to be all balanced, okay? It happens to all of us at different times. That is life, right? But these cards are just a little reminder to try to like let go of some of that anxiety, worry, overthinking, because what is it really doing? Is it really serving you? Okay, you have to ask yourself these questions. All right, so let me put these down and then grab your third card here. Your third card, let me step back a little bit, is the Lover's card. Yay! Okay, so I do want to say we have on the table, I forgot, the Lover's card is a Gemini energy. You could be dealing with a Gemini. You could have a lot of Gemini in your chart, or it could be nothing to you. I also see Scorpio energy on the deck here reading. If that resonates with you, cool. If not, that's okay too. Just put that aside, okay? But anyway, going back to your third card here, Leo. Excuse me, this is the Lover's card, right? It's twins, Gemini. The twins, okay? This talks about a sacred union. This talks about higher vibrational love, okay? This can be a union between different parts of yourself. It can be a romantic union, of course, okay? It can be a work partnership. It can be a deeper level of a connection with a friend or a family member, okay? But whatever it is, it's an equal give and take. Like I said, it's a higher vibrational love. It's very positive, and this is beautiful. And this could be happening for you, Leo, right? Towards the end of the first week of July or the first weekend of July. But whenever it does happen, right, because time is fluid and relative, time is timeless, right? Okay, these readings are timeless. Whenever this union happens for you, it's a nice breath of relief from that Ten of Swords energy we were just talking about. All right, so very nice here, Leo. All right, now going forward, your fourth card here, another really nice card, is the Six of Cups, okay? So the Six of Cups, the way it's shown in this deck here, Leo, is it's like an alchemist or a math teacher. He looks like an alchemist to me because he's got potions and stuff, right? But he's teaching this young student here. Hold on, it's an airplane. Okay, I'm just gonna keep talking because I got my little thing like I'm a reporter over here. Oh my god, it's so funny. On a side note, guys, I'm doing this by this school, and the school is closed, and I'm just using the tree as a background here because it's kind of far away from most people walking. And I swear, I felt like people were looking at me like I was like doing a report on the school or something. But anyway, that's a side note, guys. So back to the card. So yes, you got the Six of Cups here, right? It's like that alchemist kind of teacher. I was talking about, math teacher, whatever. It's a teacher and a student. So it talks about the role between the teacher and the student. When does the role switch, right? It also is a card that speaks of issues from the past, okay? So it could be telling you that there's some issues from past childhood. You could be dealing with a person from the past, or there's an issue coming up from the past, okay? That kind of brings back this nostalgic feeling, okay? That's that childhood innocence that sometimes you see this card depicted in other decks, because you see so in other decks, sometimes you see this card, the Six of Cups, upright, depicted as these two children giving each other fruit. there's a dog, there's a cat. It's just like this happy scene of childhood, right? So again, there could be issues from the past. It could bring up issues of equal give and take. And it's really interesting that it follows the Lover's card, okay? Because the Lover's card is that higher vibrational love that we were talking about, that equal give and take. So this could be another card right after it, like very similar energy, okay? But it also could talk about if you're with a romantic partner or work partnership, friends or family, or even different parts of yourself, right? Whatever that union is for you, the role between teacher and student can always change. So this could be saying to you, be open to learning something from your partner, be open to learning something from your friends or family, whatever it may be for you. Sorry, there's another airplane. So moving forward to your fifth card here. It's really nice energy. You have the Princess of Sacred Circles upright. Okay, so this is also the Princess of Pentacles upright in other decks. That's what it would be called. Okay, this is a really nice energy that has abundant energy. Okay, it's all about planting seeds for the future. Okay, it's really similar to the Empress card, as you see this Native American woman here, and she is pregnant. Okay, and then she's holding a child on the other side of her arm, and her other arm here. Okay, but it's all about, yes, being abundant. Okay, abundance, right? I've talked about before many times, isn't just money. Abundance is whatever you want to manifest in your life. Okay, so it could be starting a new business, it could be moving, it could be whatever it is. She is going to be planting those seeds for the future. Yeah, so again, there's really nice energy. This is your third card now in a row. Really beautiful energy here for you, Leo. All right, now moving forward, your last card in the main six here that we're talking about before we get into your confirmation cards and all of that is the Seven of Staves. And the Seven of Staves, okay, is also known as Seven of Wands in other decks, okay, and it's in the reverse position. So this is going back to the energy of your first card here, Leo. So it's really saying that, again, there is this like energy, and it doesn't have to be you, Leo. It could be the person you're dealing with or your environment, your surroundings, whatever it may be. Okay, a group of people you're dealing with. Somebody doesn't want to learn something new. Somebody doesn't want to integrate lessons, spiritual lessons from the past, okay, into the future, or even emotional lessons from the past. It doesn't have to be spiritual, right? Or even like 3D physical world lessons from the past into the future, okay? Because this card talks about spiritual initiations, about bringing lessons from the past into the future, okay? Being open to receive from the universe blessings and good things. And when it's in reverse, is like this closing down somehow. There's a blockage here for you, Leo. Again, it doesn't have to be you. It could be somebody you're dealing with, or your general environment or situation. Okay, but this is actually where we're going to talk about, my spirit guides wanted me to talk to you about what was on the top and the bottom of your other deck here, okay? So this is the Ancestral Path deck we're looking at again. So on the top, okay, is the Tower upright, and on the bottom is the Four of Sacred Circles or Four of Pentacles in the reverse here. Okay, so this is saying, Leo, in the recent past, okay, there was some type of shocking change that came in. It could have been a big change, it could have been a small change, a medium change, okay? Something happened, some kind of enlightenment happened for you, okay? You see that with the tower here and the lightning striking the top of the tower. That's your crown chakra, okay? So you got more information about something, Leo. You got that aha moment. You got a spiritual download. You got, you just finally understood something, okay? And when that happened for you, that's when the change, that's when the universe comes in and says, even if you don't want to change, I'm going to make this change happen for you. It's going to help you. It might be uncomfortable. It might be scary. It might look like a storm, right? Okay? But it's going to be for the better. 1 second, there's an airplane. Okay, I'm going to keep talking. Hopefully you can still hear me. All right. So, also, again, like I mentioned before, anytime we talk about what's on the top and the bottom of the deck, this is energy from the recent past that could still be lingering around and why certain cards are here. So my spirit guides wanted me, to talk about these two cards in relation to your Seven of Wands or Seven of Staves in the reverse, okay? So the second one here, before we go into that, is the Four of Pentacles or Four of Sacred Circles in reverse. This is actually how you want to see this card. So that means in the recent past, you had some type of enlightenment, right? Spiritual download, aha moment, okay, whatever you want to call it. And you got all the information, you started to understand something more, and then you let go of control. And that's beautiful because nobody really has control, okay? Control is an illusion. Yes, you can control yourself. That's about all you can control, okay? You can't control other people. You can't control how things are going to go down. You can only control your reaction to those things, okay? And so also it's a letting go of any greedy energy, right? There could have been energy in the past where you were coming from a place of lack, right? Like I grew up knowing that there's not enough money in the world, or there's not enough food in the world, or there's not enough this or that. But that's actually a lie that they told us, and that is an illusion, okay? So it could be letting go of that as well. Whatever it is for you, you're starting to let go of control. You're starting to trust the universe, okay, a little bit more, whatever you want to call it, the universe, your angels, your guides, whatever you want to call it, okay? So this is beautiful. And again, this is energy from the recent past, Leo. But then when we talk about it in regards to the Seven of Staves in reverse or the Seven of Wands in reverse, it's like there's another blockage still. It's like you had all this spiritual enlightenment and all these changes happen, and you're letting go of control and trusting the universe more and being open to receive, but then you didn't want to learn something new. And again, if this isn't you, Leo, it could be the person or people you're dealing with, your general environment here or situation, okay? But it's really something to look into. We'll know more when we do your confirmation cards here in a second too, but I would always say do grounding exercises, right? You can do cleansing rituals, exercises, but make sure the number one grounding ritual you can do that is so easy, right, is make sure you get enough sleep, you eat good, and you get exercise, you get fresh air, all those things. So hold on one second, because one of the confirmation cards just blew away. 1 second. Right, so your first confirmation card is the Six of Cups. Then you have the one that keeps blowing away over here, the Three of Pentacles in reverse, and then you have the Death card upright. Okay, so to go in order, you have two Six of Cups. Remember, this was your fourth card in your main six, okay? And then you have the Six of Cups as your confirmation, your first confirmation card, okay? So anytime we do confirmation cards, this is energy from the recent past, okay, that was lingering around, and it's confirming also the same card in the same position. Again, the Six of Cups is the energy of issues from the past, of dealing with a person from the past, dealing with childhood trauma, or looking at something. This is the other way I would talk about this, Leo, for some people, is when you have the Six of Cups, right, following the Lover's card too, because that was your third card. There could also be this energy, I forgot to say earlier, of being naive of something, of looking at something from a childlike point of view, okay? So you do want to keep that higher vibrational love, that innocence of love, okay? That's beautiful. We're not talking about that. We're talking about not looking at something from a more adult point of view and having realistic expectations of something, right? You don't want to be bitter and cold and numb and turned off, but you also don't want to be like la da 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 da, like just like you're dumb, like you've never experienced anything in your life, okay? So that is a little message for some people, maybe not for everybody, okay? But something just to point out there too. All right, but anyway, like the Six of Cups energy, okay, is coming in here and it's confirming the other Six of Cups. Confirmation right there, we already know that, right? But it's also coming in and confirming your Eight of Sacred Circles or Eight of Pentacles reverse, your first card here. This is saying to you, okay, that energy at the beginning of your reading, at the end of the reading, also too with the Seven of Staves or Seven of Wands in reverse. If there's not something, if you or the person you're dealing with is not open to learning something new or honing a craft or a skill, okay, or evaluating themselves in an honest way, or evaluating someone else in an honest way, or them evaluating you, maybe possibly it's saying something to bring you out of that energy, or to bring them out of that energy, right? is to go to that equal give and take, that childlike innocence, okay, that higher vibrational love. That could definitely be something that could pull you out of that. It could be the catalyst to turn that energy around. So that's very beautiful, Leo. All right. Now going forward here, your second confirmation card is the Three of Pentacles in the reverse. Okay, so this is the energy of not feeling grateful about something, not planning enough for the future, and also not feeling protected by something, okay, or protected by you know, the universe, your higher powers that be, again, your angels, your spirit guides, whatever you want to call it, okay, whatever your religion is. If you are religious, we don't talk about that here, but just, you know, pointing that out. Okay, so but anyway, when this energy comes in the reverse, normally when she's right side up, you see this woman sewing. It's summertime. She's sewing a blanket for the winter. She's planning for the winter, okay? She's divinely protected with a spider web above her head. Okay, in Native American culture and other cultures, they believe the spider is the grandmother's spirit. Okay, that's that divinely protected. You think of Charlotte's Web, that kind of thing. Okay, but when it's in reverse, it's not feeling grateful for something, not planning enough for the future, not feeling protected by something. Okay, and when this is coming in here and it's confirming the Princess of Sacred Circles upright and that Ten of Swords that you had upright as your second card, this is basically saying that Leo, in the recent past, right, that ungrateful energy, not planning enough for the future, and not feeling protected, actually only cause more worry, anxiety, overthinking, lower vibrational energies, staying up late at night, okay, being exhausted, being depressed, even for some people when it goes really far, okay? But if you take that energy, the ungrateful energy, the not planning enough for the future energy, the feeling like you're not protected, okay? Everyone is always protected at all times, okay, by spirit. Whatever you call spirit, okay, you are always divinely protected. Always remember that, okay? And so when you use that energy as a catalyst here with the Three of Pentacles in the reverse, okay, and let go of that worry being stuck too much up in your head, right? And you embrace this abundant energy of the future, of moving forward, okay, of planting seeds, okay, right? We're talking about planting seeds and preparing for the future, right? So one card is talking about it's in reverse, okay? So we're not preparing enough for the winter during the summertime, but here she's pregnant. Okay, she hasn't had the baby yet, but she soon will. Okay, so that's a really beautiful energy. Just kind of think about that, and you can see the transition and the change in that really quickly there too. All right, now going forward here, where are we at? Yes, we have your last confirmation card is the Death card upright. Okay, so it's not a scary card, it's nothing to be scared of here, but this is really an energy of new beginnings, okay, a rebirth energy, okay, letting the past go to create more room for the future, right? When you do your spring cleaning, you take out all the clothes that no longer serve you, okay, and you donate them or whatever, and then you have room for that new, clean, fresh energy for the new year, for the springtime, okay? So that's all the energy here. And you have in this card, in this deck, the way they show it, there's this man riding a horse, right? He's almost like the death reaper, right? He's bringing the souls from the land of the living to the land of the dead. But then he has all these dogs here underneath him, okay? And the dogs in tarot, I don't know why I said it like that, but in tarot they represent, hold on a second, dogs, just like in tarot and in life, they represent loyalty, okay? So this could be a message for some of you guys, Leo, that during this time, even though there's a lot of changes happening, there's still a lot of loyal people around you that want to help you transition through this change, okay? But we want to talk about real quickly, when this Death card is confirming the Seven of Wands in reverse, or Seven of Seven of Staves in reverse, and also the Lovers card upright. This is basically saying to us, Leo, that take that energy of the Death card, okay? Embrace the change, okay? Because you have this sacred union, whatever this union is for you, whether it's different parts of yourself, a union with a romantic partner, a union with a work partnership, or a deeper level of a union with friends or family, okay? That will help bring you through these changes. Again, the loyalty that we just talked about of the dogs and the Death card. And again, this loyalty from that union, and also other people that are not even included in that union in your mind, right, is going to help you say, okay, I don't want to learn something new. How is that not serving me? How can I be coming out? This card is also a burnout card. I didn't say that earlier, but when you get the Seven of Wands in the reverse, it's an exhaustion card. It's like, I don't have any enthusiasm for the future. You're not bringing in spiritual lessons or just lessons from the past in general into the future because you're burned out. Okay, so the Death card is also saying, get that grounding that you need that we talked about earlier. Eat the right foods, okay? Get enough sleep. Go for a walk, get the fresh air. So the first one is really beautiful. It says, all paths lead home, okay? And there's this woman standing here, and there's like this kind of Stonehenge thing in space in the background. I'll show you in just a second here. But it says, inner authority, intuition, turn your gaze within. Okay, so that's a really beautiful energy and could be a message for you guys during this time. All right, trust your intuition at all times. That's basically what it's saying, okay? Over anybody else. Your spirits, your body, it knows, okay? And then your second oracle message, your love oracle message, whether romantic or platonic, okay, or self-love, is healing family issues. Your love life benefits as you forgive your parents, okay? So this energy is really interesting because remember you got those two Six of Cups upright cards, okay, dealing with something from the past. I said childhood. It could be parents, it could be upbringing, but there could be a lesson there for some of you guys, okay? And then your very last oracle message it's really cute. It's the weasel, okay? It says, be silent, pay attention, and simply observe with your eyes, your ears, and your physical feelings what is happening inside and all around you, okay? And that definitely goes with the intuition that we were just talking about. So if you want to look more into like the shamanic or Native American meaning of the weasel, you can look up the weasel power animal. There's always different weasel magic you can bring into your life during this time. So always something to think about. This video and you want to subscribe, it is free. All you have to do is click on the bell icon on the bottom right and make sure it's active. You can select it for certain zodiac signs, or you can do all signs, however you want to customize it, or you can just do all, right? But yeah, thank you guys so much, and I hope you enjoyed this, and I will see you guys later. All right, thanks. Bye.